In 1977, at actor Jack Nicholson's house, something horrible happened to the 13-year-old girl. The film industry and world were shocked because the culprit was a famous international film director, Roman Polanski.
The magazines and the books talk about you and little girls.
Well, I like young women, let's put it this way.
Roman Polanski.
Roman Polanski.
Roman Polanski.
Roman Polanski.
Roman Polanski. Roman Polanski.
In the initial days of my college life, I saw his film, which was excellent work, so I searched about him. That time I did not know about his crimes, so I casually researched his movies, life and other works, and that's when I learned about his disastrous childhood. It really saddened me. Then I found out about the tragic incident with his wife when he was younger, and it made me even more upset. But what hurt me the most was discovering the unforgivable actions he committed, hiding behind his talent. These are things that can never be accepted, but still. Big names in Hollywood always accepted Polanski in real life, like he had done nothing wrong. Guys, this is not just a YouTube video. It shows the double standard of our elite class and their hypocrisy.
They were the same people that were standing up and clapping for Roman Polanski.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, man.
Well, some of them were. Some of them were really saying some ridiculous shit.
I mean,
like
come
that
on, guys.
It's a long time ago. And
He didn't the 13-year-old.
I think he f***ed more than one, too.
Yeah. So,
Roman Polanski, a name celebrated for cinematic masterpieces, but behind the lens lies a life shrouded in controversy, crime, and scandal. How did a Holocaust survivor rise to the heights of Hollywood only to flee as a fugitive? Stay with us as we uncover the chilling truth behind Roman Polanski's life. The man who never faced a downfall in his career, even after committing heinous crimes. Before we understand Polanski's crime, we should know about his career and personal life. Maybe then we will get to know why so-called intelligent, socially aware Hollywood celebrities, many famous filmmakers, actors, and artists signed a petition that called for the release and forgiveness for Polanski.
Roman Polanski is not a predator. I mean, he's 75 years old or whatever, 76. He's got two beautiful kids. He's got a wife that he's been with for a long, long time. He's not out in the street, doing horrible things. So.
Born on August 18, 1933 in Paris, France, Roman Polanski was the son of Polish-Jewish parents. His early years were marred by the horrors of World War II. In 1937, his family returned to Poland just before the outbreak of the war. During the Holocaust, Polanski's family was torn apart. His mother was killed in Auschwitz, while Roman survived by living with Catholic families in hiding. This formative experience of loss, displacement, and the horrors of human cruelty would later inform much of his filmmaking. After surviving the war, Polanski attended the National Film School in Łódź, Poland, where he honed his craft. His early short films gained critical attention for their visual inventiveness and dark undertones. It was his 1962 film Knife in the Water, a psychological thriller, that established Polanski as an international talent. The film was nominated for an Academy Award for Best Foreign Language Film and marked the beginning of his rise to cinematic fame. Everything was going great in his professional career, but Polanski's life took a tragic turn in 1969.
5 persons, including actress Sharon Tate, were found dead at the home of Miss Tate and her husband, screen director Roman Polanski. Miss Tate, who starred in Valley of the Dolls, was 8 months pregnant.
He had married actress Sharon Tate in 1968, and the couple was expecting their first child. While Polanski was in London working on a film, Tate and several of their friends' lives were taken by members of the Manson family. Tate, who was 8 months pregnant, was stabbed to death. The murder of Sharon Tate devastated Polanski, sending him into a deep depression. For years, the tragedy overshadowed his work, and some speculated that Polanski's subsequent films, particularly The Tenant, reflected his sense of paranoia and existential dread in the aftermath of Tate's death. But everything changed in 1977. The person who had once been a victim in childhood and youth had now become a culprit.
Film director Roman Polanski fled Los Angeles for Paris the night before he was to be sentenced for having had unlawful sexual intercourse with a 13-year-old girl. He had given her champagne and a quaalude during their encounter.
Despite his professional achievements, Polanski's personal life became the subject of intense media scrutiny in 1977 when he was arrested in Los Angeles for the statutory of a 13-year-old girl, Samantha Geimer. Polanski was charged with multiple offenses, including drugging and raping Geimer at actor Jack Nicholson's house. After pleading guilty to unlawful intercourse with a minor as part of a plea deal, Polanski was allowed to serve 42 days in prison. Girl has also stated that Polanski gave her champagne and part of a sedative, and she felt incapacitated.
She is not a child. She's a young woman. She had and testified to it previous sexual experience. She wasn't unschooled in sexual matters. She was consenting.
He always said it was consensual, but
However, before the sentencing could occur, Polanski fled the United States to avoid what he believed would be a lengthy prison term. He settled in France, which does not extradite its citizens to the U.S., thus becoming a fugitive. The incident left a permanent stain on his reputation and became a defining moment in his life. After Roman's crime case, the world again gets a big shock when a 13-year-old victim who is now 61 years old, share a smiling picture with the culprit. Samantha Geimer has spoken publicly about the case numerous times over the years, expressing a desire to move on from the incident. In a 2013 interview, she said, "He did something really gross to me, but it was also something that happened 36 years ago." On the other hand, Roman had not yet been punished for his crime. Despite his fugitive status, Polanski continued to create critically acclaimed films in Europe. Now the whole world is watching Hollywood's stance, because when it comes to supporting and appreciating Roman Polanski, they forgot their morals and ethics. Because in 2002, Polanski won the Academy Award for Best Director for The Pianist, a harrowing depiction of a Jewish pianist's survival during the Holocaust. The film was deeply personal for Polanski, drawing from his own experiences during the war. However, his Oscar win reignited controversy, with many in the industry questioning whether someone with Polanski's criminal past should be celebrated. The Academy Awards told the whole story of Hollywood's divided conscience. When Polanski's name was announced, the crowd erupted. A standing ovation filled the room. Meryl Streep, Martin Scorsese, and others rose to their feet in applause. And that's where the hypocrisy of Hollywood lies. Filmmakers like Woody Allen and Martin Scorsese continue to defend Polanski, praising his genius while conveniently ignoring the shadow of his past. Harrison Ford even worked with him, despite knowing the full extent of the charges. But in 2009, Hollywood crossed all the limits. Following Roman Polanski's arrest in Switzerland for his decades-old case, more than 100 high-profile figures from the film industry signed a petition demanding his release. This petition, which included signatures from Hollywood heavyweights like Martin Scorsese, Woody Allen, and Pedro Almodovar, caused an uproar. A film producer, Harvey Weinstein, also signed this petition. Well, Harvey is also a convicted sex offender and is in jail now. The petition argued that Polanski had been treated unfairly by the U.S. justice system and should be freed based on his artistic contributions.
Roman Polanski, I'm very sorry that he's in jail.
However, this move further exposed the deep divide in Hollywood, as many viewed it as yet another example of the industry's willingness to overlook criminal behavior for the sake of talent. Some stars, like Natalie Portman, show their regrets publicly for signing the petition. However, many others have taken a firm stance against Polanski. Filmmakers and actors such as Jessica Chastain and Quentin Tarantino have publicly condemned him. In the wake of the Me Too movement, Polanski's case has resurfaced as part of the broader conversation about misconduct in the entertainment industry. In 2018, the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences expelled Polanski from its membership, citing its commitment to addressing sexual harassment in Hollywood. But still, the biggest question is, why did it take the film industry more than 40 years to understand that Roman Polanski should be condemned publicly? And if the perpetrator is a great artist and his victim forgives him, does that reduce the gravity of the crime? What do you think? Please comment your views, and if you like this video, click the like and subscribe button.